Gosh, can they mute their mics? What is I can't. All right. Just excuse me.
Nothing.
All right, so I'm going to start with the introduction of linear functions. Okay, there are people who are still coming in. All right, can you please give them 5 minutes to enter if that's okay with everyone? All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, can we just give them 5 minutes to join us because it's a bit disturbing. Mr. Kubiana, is it possible for you to admit students on your side? Are you able to admit students on your side?
Yes, I'm able to admit them. I've been admitting them, thanks.
Oh, thank you. All right. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to start. So before we can go to application of linear function, I'm going to explain what is a linear function. So a linear function is a function that represents a straight line relationship between two variables on a coordinate plane, or some they call it a Cartesian plane. And then a function can be presented graphically or with an equation, which is y is equals to mx plus c. This is a standard equation for a linear function. So we call it a linear function. So the line here, it explains the straight line graph. All right. So when you talk about a Cartesian plane, we're talking about a plane with both. Oh,
Hi,
yes.
Masako. Sorry, apologies. May you please zoom in just a little bit?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, I can increase the font. Will that be fine?
Yes, that would be perfect as well. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Is it okay? All right. I'm assuming it's fine. Okay. So a Cartesian plane, it has two axes, with this, which is your y-axis and your x-axis. So these two will represent a relationship, will represent the variables. So this will be your y, and then this one is your x-axis. All right. So with the Cartesian plane, we have two types of a linear relationship. We have a positive relationship and a negative relationship. So if your graph has a positive relationship, your graph will be going up. You're going to have a line going up. Sorry. You're going to have a line going up. So this one is for a positive relationship. This is a positive linear relationship. And then for a negative relationship, you'll have a line going down. And then this one will represent a negative relationship. So if you draw a graph using coordinates or drawing a graph using both sets of y and x-axis, if your line is going straight up, so you'll be having something like this. Some of you are familiar with this, some of you are not. So if you're plotting your graph and then you join it with the line, if the line is going up, the relationship is positive. If you join the points with the line going down, then the relationship is going to be a negative. So this is what we call a function. This is how we show a relationship between your x and y using a graph. And then we can also show a relationship using what we call a function, which is a linear function. So the standard form for a linear function is y is equals to mx plus c. Some books that will say it's f of x is equals to mx plus c. All right, so your y and x are your variables. So y and x can take any value. So these two are what you call your variables. The x and y are your variables. And then your m and c are your constant. So a constant is maybe a letter. They have specific values. They have their own values, a specific value. They can't take any value. So there will be a value assigned for your m and then a value assigned for your c. So we have special names for your m and c. So your m is what we call a gradient. Others, they call it a slope. So this is a gradient. A gradient, others, they call it a slope. And then the gradient or the slope, it measures the steepness of your graph. So sometimes you'll see that the graph, it doesn't start here, it starts here. So the slope affects your graph. And then we have a C. So a special name for C is what we call the y-intercept. So C is your y-intercept. sorry, is your y-intercept. Your y-intercept is a point where your graph or your straight line will touch the y-axis, so it intercepts. So this point is what we call the y-intercept, which is your c. So if you are given a function, let's say, for instance, let's say my function is y is equals to 2x plus 5. So it means that if this is my function, then my graph is going to start here at 5, where y is equals to 5. So that's what we call a y-intercept. And then now going back to the slope. So your m, which is the slope, they say the gradient is equals to the change in y over the change in x. So if, let's say, I have my Cartesian plane, I have 2 points on my graph. So we can call this point A, and then we can call this point B. So if I have to move from point A to B, my x value and y value are going to change, because if this is point A, if this is point A, my x value here is not the same as my x value at B. So as I move along this straight line, my y changes and also my x changes. Right? So the gradient is equals to the change in y over the change in x. So if this is my function, then it means that my gradient, which is m, is going to be 2. So this will be...
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Okay.
Which chapter are you doing?
I'm doing the first lesson.
Yes, but which chapter are we busy with? Is it...
Oh, here I'm introducing the linear function. We're going to do the application. So I'm just introducing linear function. Then I'll do the application, which is chapter 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
So this is just an intro. Then I'm going to go to application. So this is just for you to understand when we move on to application. It's just the basics. I hope I make sense.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Okay, so yes, I'm just introducing linear functions. So it means that...
Before you move on,
yes.
could you possibly increase the size of your pointer? I can't really see anything when you're pointing specifically.
When I'm pointing, oh, sorry. Like, I don't know. Okay. All right, okay. Okay, I'll try. Okay, so here I'm here, right? So I'm saying we have, let's say for an example, you have y is equals to 2x plus 5. I was just explaining the gradient. I was saying that the slope is the change in y over the change in x. So if I'm given a function, which is y is equals to 2x plus 5, okay, I think, yeah. If I'm given is it fine now? The pointer?
It's perfect. It's fine, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So as I was saying, if I'm given a function which is y is equals to 2x plus 5, then this will be my y-intercept, and then the 2 will be my slope or the gradient. So meaning that this is 2, so it's going to be, it means that if I have to move from point A to point B, I'm going to move 2 units. Gosh, just bear with me. All right. Okay, I'm going to move 2 units up and then 1 unit horizontal for me to reach this point. So this will just be 2 over 1. So I'll move 2 units up and then 1 unit horizontally. All right. Okay, so can we go to, we can move on to application. So this, we are going to use it. We are going to use linear functions. to calculate economic variables. So here I was just showing you my X and Y variable. So now we're going to apply this. We're going to apply this to, where am I? We're going to apply this in our next chapter. Okay, I'm struggling to. Gosh. Okay, Sive, I see your hand is up. Okay, my screen is okay. Something wrong with my word.
Oh, Miss Nguera, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are
Okay,
you?
I'm good. I'm struggling here.
Okay. On my side, okay. When the session started, I wasn't able to hear you, but okay, it's fine. Is it possible for you to open up the chat section so that maybe we can ask questions on the chat?
Yes, I think. Yeah, the chats are open. You can.
Okay,
I see
thank
some
you.
chats here.
Thanks a
Yeah,
million. Thanks a million.
thank you. Okay, just bear with me. My Word document doesn't want to show. Can anyone assist me here? Because I'm struggling.
Marcelo,
Yes, honestly.
so I'm thinking maybe try and use the whiteboard and then one from Teams. I don't know.
Whiteboard.
Yes. The sketch, yeah, I think the whiteboard or sketchbook. The one from Teams. Because you're
Yeah.
presenting, you should be able to have access to that. Maybe
Okay,
so
from the
that it's
whiteboard.
easier. Yeah, so that it's also easier as you map along the equations. I don't know that. I'm just thinking.
Okay, let's see. Uh, hmm.
Marcelo, please go back
Yes.
to
To the document.
Kubian can with those students on the lobby.
Yes, Nolwazi.
Okay. How did you use drawing? I wasn't following. Sorry.
Yes, I used drawing. I was using the pen. Okay, I'm
Okay.
struggling
And to what?
to move to the next page. So when I move, it doesn't move.
Stop sharing
It's
and
just
then
use
try
your
and
finger.
see.
Top is attached, right?
Yeah, it is attached.
Just use your finger then.
Okay. let's see. It doesn't want, oh, now it's moving. Thank you. All right. Yes. Okay, now we can start with our chapter 2. So we're doing application of linear functions. Then we have learning objectives. So at the end of this chapter, you must be able to explain the concept of a revenue, cost, and profit. And then you must be able to set up a revenue, cost, profit functions from a given information. Must explain the concepts of demand and supply, plot demand and supply functions, and distinguish between the two types of graphs, determine equation for demand and supply for given information, and then explain concept of price elasticity of demand and supply, and then calculate and interpret point arc elasticity of demand and supply. So we're going to start with the cost function. So a cost is the money spent to produce a good or service. So we have a total cost function. So total cost is broken into two parts. We have a fixed cost and a variable cost. So hence we have our total cost, which is TC. Sorry. Okay.
Miss Ngwera, the chat section
Yes,
not,
it's not open, but I
It's not
saw the
open.
chats. I saw the chats.
I'm not sure. On my side, it's not open. I can't even access the chats.
Oh, okay.
Even myself, name it's locked.
Even yours, okay.
And maybe if you can go to chat settings on your side.
Oh, okay. All right, Miss Nkoma, can you please assist there? Because I can see the chats. I don't know.
The chats are there. There was a link that you shared on the teaching schedule. We asked them to request access on that link. They have to click on that link, then they will gain access to be part of the team's group. So those who are part of the team's group, they do have access to the chats, but those who are not part of the team's group, they don't have access to the chats. They just have to click to that link, on that first link under teaching schedule. Yeah.
Okay.
I think those doesn't have access. It's the ones that used only this link, the one you sent today.
Oh, okay. Is that clear to everyone?
But yesterday when I tried to access, sorry to make your word, yesterday when I tried to access that link on that page, it didn't allow me to access it. That's why I'm using this link now. And this one is the only one working for me.
Yes, the other link we can't access it. Okay, on my side,
That is what I couldn't I couldn't access. That's why I'm using this one.
yes.
Yeah,
So maybe
also on my side.
Oh, you also can access.
Yeah, I contacted you during the day, earlier this morning.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah, we're struggling with that link. If you can assist us with that link, that would be awesome.
So should I post it on the chat? Oh, no, I can't post it on the chat.
You have to click on it and take a screenshot and send it to the module's email.
You can post it on the announcements of the module so that we can able to access it.
The link is there under teaching plan. If you can't access that link, take a screenshot and send it to the module's email. Then we'll be able to assist you.
Sorry, just to understand. So it means that link must take us to this class.
No, it's gonna take you to the team.
The link is going to bring you to the teams of this module, basically,
Yes.
and it will give you guys notifications on when classes are.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat that?
The link on the teaching plan is going to what you call is going to lead you to Microsoft, and it's going to put you into a group for this specific module.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine is just taking me to Teams, so I don't know what's wrong. I'll also email, but thanks.
You
Yes,
have to click on the link. It's gonna take you to the team, and then you'll be able to send chats.
yes.
Is that okay with everyone?
So the reason why they're not able to send
Okay.
messages, it's because it treats them as visitors. It didn't validate them. So that's why they're going through there's restrictions in terms of the chats and all of that. So it needs to validate them first.
Yes, you need to use your
Yes, that's
UNISA
what
Yes,
email.
so
Miss
it
Ngoma is
needs to
saying.
validate you, and then you go into the channel, and then you're able to send the
Okay.
messages.
Mm. Okay, Miss Ngoma, I'm a bit stuck here. Can you please assist? I'm trying to. My screen froze again.
Maybe leave the meeting and come back again. I don't know.
Okay, or I should close and open the document.
Or is it just your laptop or what?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's just my screen.
Is your thing is the document you're working on saved?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just try to open it again.
Because I think it's my. Okay. All right, we're going to start with the cost function. So the total cost, yes,
Is it fine now? Okay.
yes, I think it's fine. Yes. So the total cost is equals to your variable cost plus your fixed cost. And then your variable cost is equals to a price per unit times a quantity. So this will be, so I'm going to call the price per unit M for now. And then quantity, then plus my FC, I'm going to call it a C, which is the constant. So I'm just taking you back to linear function, the
Hi,
standard
ma'am.
form, which is y is equals to mx plus cs.
Ma'am, can you please zoom your screen? We can't see clearly.
Oh, sorry. I think you can also zoom on your side, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. That a side note, you can
Yes.
also zoom the notes from your phone.
Yes, yes, you can zoom from your phone, you'll be able to see. Is it fine? So I'm just, all right, so I want to explain the total cost using the graphical method to show you how we plot the graph of total cost. So just bear with me, I'll go back to, I'll do the examples, then you'll be able to understand. So remember, we're doing the total cost function. So a function, for a linear function, it must have your slope, it must have two variables, and it also must have your y-intercept, which is your two constant, which is your slope and the c. So this next to the variable is your slope, and then this one will be your y-intercept. So meaning that if my function has a c, It means that my graph is going to touch the y-axis. So this total cost will be equal to your m cubed plus c. M will represent the slope, and then C will represent where your graph is going to start. So this is my variable cost plus my fixed cost. So if I was to plot my total cost function, I will have two variables. So it means that in this case, my two variables are going to be the total cost and the quantity. Remember, Q stands for the quantity. All right. So remember that a fixed cost is a cost that does not change and then is paid even if the product is zero. So even if you don't have a product, you still have to have the fixed cost. And then the variable cost, it says that it changes, it is a constant amount per unit. And then it changes with the number of units produced. All right. So it means that if I have two quantities, then it's going to affect my variable cost. It's going to change. Every time I increase the quantity, my variable cost change. But then as for your fixed cost, which is represented by C in this case, the cost does not change, it's fixed. All right. So now if I was to plot the graph,
Hi.
yes. Hello.
Hi, sorry, man.
Yes.
On your, sorry to interrupt, man. There's a
Yes.
real-time text thingy that's happening at the bottom of the screen, which makes the screen that you are sharing so little. I don't know. It's really tough to see the screen because it's also notifications popping up. So if I don't know who's the moderator, maybe we can switch off the real-time text.
Miss Nkomo, can you please assist? I think you can pin. Oh, yes.
I was trying to switch them off on my side, but did not win. Seems like it's on your side. Please unshare and share again. I don't know if that's all.
If you guys enlarge it on the right hand side on the live captions and then just minimize the entire screen.
I can't see. I'm using my phone. So.
All right.
I'm using my phone.
Can you pin my screen? Pin my screen and then you can just zoom in. Pin my screen and then zoom in. Close the chats. All right. So remember when I was
sorry, ma'am. Or they can, there's just after the live caption, there's a little box with an arrow. They can click that and minimize it. So when they click it, it's gonna go on its own screen and then they can minimize it from there.
Did you hear that?
It doesn't work.
Please do try that.
On my side, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No.
Raimonda's side is not working.
It has worked on my side.
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, the
It's also
total
worked on
cost
my
function.
side. I managed to minimize.
It worked on your side. Yeah, please, guys, do
Yes,
try
it
that.
did.
Thank you. All right. Okay, as I was saying, so I'm trying to explain the total cost function. So if this is my function, can you please mute your mic? So if this is my equation, can you please mute your mic and send the message? Is it on the total cost function?
Yes, before
yes,
before you drag the sketch, I'm a little bit confused regarding the total cost and the variable cost when you come to the relationship with y is equals to mx plus c. I just need to know before you plot it, can you repeat again the concept for the total cost and y is equal to mx plus c, please? I'm a little bit lost there.
Oh, okay. So I was
Thank
saying,
you.
so, okay, thank you. So when we do linear function in terms of y is equals to mx plus c, we said that y and x are your variables. So they can take any value. And then we said that M is your slope and then C is your y-intercept. That's where your graph is going to start. So I was saying that total cost is broken into two parts. We have a variable cost and then we have what you call a fixed cost. All right. And then we said that the variable cost changes with the number of units produced. So the formula for variable cost, yes. So the formula for variable cost, if you can remember from your notes, is cost per unit times the number of units. All right. So, and then I'm saying that in this case now, your slope, because I'm doing the function for the total cost. Remember, a function for a linear, it must have a slope and it also must have the y-intercept. So if it's not there, it means that your graph is going to start at 0. But if I have this part, it means that my graph is going to start here. All right.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm saying that now for the total cost, we're going to have your variable cost, which is M times Q. All right.
Yes,
and then plus, and then plus C. So I was saying that for now, just bear with me. I'm trying to explain the graphical method, and then I'll go back to the letters that we use.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to make you understand the functions, different functions, your cost, your total cost, and then the revenue, and then the profit. Is it fine? Then I will go into calculations.
All right, thanks.
So for total cost, so it means that a function, I must have a slope and I also must have a y-intercept. If it's not there, it means that my graph is going to start at 0. So for the total cost function, I'm going to have M cubed plus C. I'm using M and C so that you can understand the concept when we do the linear function. Going back to the basics where I started. So my total cost function is going to be MQ plus C. So if I was to plot the graph of a total function, it means that I'm going to have my two x's. I'm going to have the y and the x, but then in this case, my y, in this case, my y is going to be represented by what? By TC. Remember, it's y is equals to mx plus c. So TC, it means that my TC has to be this side. And then my x is represented by what? By q. So it means that here I'm going to have q. And then what does it mean? It means that my graph now is going to start here because I have a c. So my graph will start somewhere here. So it means that this will be the function, a total cost function. This is an equation form, and then this one will be the graphical. This is the graph. If I was to ask to plot the graph of a total cost function, this is how the graph is going to look like.
Thank you. Noted.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right. So if, let's say, for instance, for an example, my total cost function, I had a TC is equals to 4 plus Q, so the 4Q plus 5, then it will mean that my gradient is 4. All right. So this is the change in TC over the change in Q. So it means that my M, now remember the M on this one, my M on this one is the change in Y over the change in X, which is the gradient. But then for this one is going to be the change in TC over the change in Q. So it means that now we'll be able to see how a total cost changes as the quantity changes. All right. So it means that now this part, my graph is going to start at 5 because my C is 5. Then this will be the graph of total cost function. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to use the same concept now to draw the next function, which is the total revenue. So the total revenue, they say, is the total amount of money a business earns from selling its goods or services. So from your notes, it says that is the income from sale. So the total revenue, if you can check from your notes, is the price per unit times the number of units. So the total revenue, which is TR, is going to be equals to, I'm going to use M again, then I'm going to say times. So we know from your notes that M is your P, but then again, I want to use the concept of Y is equals to MX plus C. So if you can check, in this case, we don't have the C. So it means that now my graph is only Y is equals to MX. So if you don't have the C, it means that your C is equals to 0. So in this case, total revenue is not going to start on the y-axis because I do not have the y-intercept. I'm not adding anything, I'm not subtracting anything. So it means that now my function for total revenue, I'm going to have two x's.
Sorry, ma'am.
I have, yes?
Are we on revenue or profits?
We are on revenue.
Okay, it's showing profits on your side. I don't know if it's only me.
Yeah, I can see the total revenue. Can you, maybe your screen
Minimize your
froze?
screen. Minimize your screen. You zoomed it
Okay.
out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So it means that now when we have to draw the total revenue function, we are going to have, you have your horizontal and the vertical, your axes, I'm going to call them axes. So on this, I'm going to have TR. Remember, this side represents your Y, this side represents your X. Then it means that on this line, I'm going to have a Q. So remember I said that we do not have a plus anything. It's just M times P, or you can say P times Q. There's no plus. It means that my graph now, my graph is going to start at 0. My graph is not going to touch this line of TR. So it means that when I draw the total revenue function, my graph is going to look something like this. And then this is a positive relationship because it's a positive relationship because my M is positive. There's no negative. So this is how a total revenue function or a graph looks like. So in this case, they're saying that if you produce nothing, then your graph's gonna start at 0. It's not. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to profit. So profit, it says it's the money a business keeps after subtracting all costs from total revenue. So we normally say profit is selling price minus the cost price. All right. And then in your textbook, also in your study guide, it says that is the difference between a revenue and cost. So meaning that the function or the equation for profit is P is equals to T total revenue minus your total cost. And then we know that our total revenue is, I can say MQ, and if it's fine if I use, okay, it's PQ or MQ. Okay, let me just use PQ, sorry. It's PQ from your notes, and then minus, and then open bracket, and then your variable cost, okay, I'm just gonna call it MQ, it's fine. MQ, then I'm just gonna use the plus C. For now, just bear with me. I just want to have a profit function. Obviously, in your assignment or quiz, you're gonna have an equation. And then I'm just going to break this bracket. So I'm gonna distribute the negative. So this negative is going to change everything here. So I'm going to have MQ, then this will also be a minus. And then because I have Q being common, I'm going to factorize. Again, just bear with me for now. This will be this, then it's a Q. I'm taking out the common factor, by the way. So So just bear with me for now. So this will be the profit function. So at the end of the day, my profit function is going to be my gradient with the Q and then with the minus. So the difference between my profit and my total cost is that here now on profit, you have a minus. So meaning that now your graph is going to start on the negative side. So again, as I said, my aim is just to take you back here where it's y is equals to mx. So because this is a minus, so this will be minus c. So remember we said that the c is your y-intercept. That's where your graph touches the y-axis. If I was to use x and y as my variables. So I'm just going to draw the graph of this function. Just bear with me. Again, the p is my y, so it means that if I was to draw the function, this will be my p, and then now this will be my q. Sorry, this will be my q. And then now if you can check, my graph is touching, it's going to touch my y on the negative, or it's going to touch my profit on the negative side. This means that my graph is supposed to be something like this, because this is a negative. On the total cost, this was a plus C, but then now on the profit, it's going to be a negative. So now when I draw that, now my C is going to be somewhere here. This is a negative C. So my graph is going to touch here and go up because my gradient is still positive. All right. So now this is your profit function. So this is how we plot it, or how we present it graphically. So now if you can check, your profit here, it's on the negative side. So if your profit is negative, it means that it's a loss. So this, until you move.
Hi, Masifo.
To,
we're losing you. You
yes.
keep breaking and coming back and breaking and coming back. So we're missing bits and pieces or other parts of the explanation.
Okay, all right, is it for everyone or?
Yes, for me as well.
Yes, for me as well.
For me as
Yes,
well.
indeed.
Oh, okay, wait, okay. So did you all hear me with this part? For this part, don't worry about it for now. I just wanted to get to the last part where I generate the equation for profit. So can I start on the graph?
Yes,
Hello?
please.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's
Yes,
start.
ma'am.
Remember here, I'm just
Yes,
trying
ma'am.
to, yes, I'm just trying to explain the graphs, your profit, your total revenue, and then your total cost, right? Then I'll get to the examples where now we do the real calculations. So, all right. So with the profit function, I said that if you can check, all right. So I said that now at the end of the day, your profit function or the equation is going to be P is equals to your something gradient here, and then with the Q and then minus a C, which is a constant. And then I said that if this is my function, whatever is this side is going to be on my Y, and then whatever is here, that's my X from Y is equals to MX plus C. So this will be my Cartesian plane. And then this is 0. And then if you move down from 0 going down, you know that here is where you find the negative values.
Sorry, ma'am.
So if you can check, yes?
Can you maybe highlight your marker there a little bit later? Because when you speak, sometimes you don't see where you're pointing with the highlighter that they're
Oh, the
using.
pointer.
Yes, can you please
Okay,
make
let
try
me
to make
make
it
it
different
bigger.
colors so now we can see properly. Whenever you navigate it, you can be clearly see where you referring to. Because sometimes we get lost. We can hear you, but we can't see what.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, I don't know if you can, it's so small. Okay. When I make it big, I can't write, but yeah. Okay. All right, can you see the pointer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All right. Yes, as I was saying that our profit function is going to have a minus here. Only a profit function has a minus. Your total cost is positive here, if you've noticed, when I did the graph of total cost. So now I'm trying to plot the graph for profit. So your equation for profit, it will have a minus here. So if it has a minus, it means that your graph is going to start on the negative side of this P, which is your y-axis. We call it y-axis. So my graph is going to start somewhere. It's not going to start on the positive side. It's going to start on the negative side. All right. So if this is my C, then it means that, okay, let me just use a black one. It means that now my graph, if I was to draw a graph with this, I'm going to have my C is going to be somewhere here. I'm going to have a C here, which is a negative C. And then because my slope is positive, my graph is going to start here. C is your y-intercept. So my graph is going to start here going up like this. So that's the graph for profit. And then I said that on this side, here, on this side, because it's a negative, it means that it's a loss. There's no profit. If profit is negative, it's a loss. If profit is positive, then it means that you're making profit. So if you can check this graph, if we move up at 0, we don't have any profit. Then we keep on moving. Then we start from here. When we start from this point going up, that's when you're going to start making profit. So this point, it's called a break-even point. This is where now, okay, yeah, before I go, yeah. So this is what we call the break-even point. Break-even point is when your profit is equals to 0. At this point, my P is 0. All right. And then as I move up now, I'm going to start having profit. So this is the profit function when we do it graphically. And then, so I was saying that this part of the graph is a loss. And then this part is where we make profit. All right. So now when we combine the graphs, so now let's try to combine all the graphs and see what happens. So if we combine the graphs, I'm not going to name this horizontal and vertical line because I'm combining all the graphs. Remember, for profit, the total cost, this part is TC. So now if I was to draw these 3 graphs, let's call this a negative C, and then this is a 0. So let me start with the profit one, because we draw it. So profit, we said that it starts here. It goes up. This one is for profit. And then, okay, you see that. All right. And then now we draw the one for total cost. Total cost, we said that it touches our x-axis at the top. So this is total cost. And then total revenue. Okay, so total revenue, it starts from 0. Okay, they align. So this one is going to be my total revenue because it doesn't have C. So with these three graphs, this point, we said that this point, we call it a break-even point for profit. So this is a break-even point. So this is break-even point. And then also for, okay. This will be, so the break-even point for total revenue and total cost is this point. Is where your total revenue is equals to your total cost. That's a break-even point for these two graphs. So here, when coming to total revenue and total cost, you don't make profit if they're equal. And then for this one also, it's here. We don't make profit here. So these 2 points also here, it's your break-even point for the break-even point for total revenue and total cost. All right. So from your notes, you'll see that we said that if your total revenue is bigger than your total cost, then the company makes profit. All right. So on your graph, if a graph is on top of the other, that graph is bigger. So if you can check the blue one, if you can check the blue one is on top here. From here to this point, your total cost is at the top. So it means that TC is greater and then TR is less than. So from here to here, my TR is less than my total cost because it's under, until this point is under. So from here, from 0 to this part, this is where the company makes a loss for total revenue and total cost. And also profit for this function. Okay. We'll do it like this. Let me just draw a dotted line here. So from your notes, we said that from the notes, we said that if your total revenue is equals to your total cost, there's no profit. And then we said that if your total revenue is greater than total cost, and then we said that the company makes profit. So remember this, I'm explaining this graphically. So we're also going to do it with the calculations. So in the graph or on the graph, TR is greater than TC. That's when your TR is on top of your TC. So my TC is the blue graph. So my TR is on top after the break-even point. And it's at the bottom before the break-even point. So graphically makes profit. So for a loss is when my TR is less than TC. So here it's a loss. So when this graph is under TC, that's when there's a loss. So it means it's before the break-even point. All right. So now we can go to examples. So here I was just trying to explain the functions on a graph. Now I'm going to do with the calculations. I hope that will make sense. All right.
Ma'am, sorry, just to interject. I think looking at the comments in the group chat,
Yes.
you just concluded that all of us here might have a mathematics background. Because once you started talking about the y equals to mc minus c, trying to explain the linear function,
Plus yes, yeah.
it confuses everyone in here. So they're still lost of what are you talking about. So, and when looking at the comments, they were thinking that you will be explaining using the functions in the study guides. But it was the same topic. It's just not. I don't think all the people in this group has the mathematical background.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to make it familiar, so I don't know. I was trying to make them understand, but my apologies. So yeah, I will try to do it with the one on the notes. So I will try to do it with the examples. I hope that's fine with everyone. So if you did not understand the functions here, I'll try to incorporate them when I do the examples. Is that fine with everyone? If you are lost here,
Yes, ma'am.
then I'm gonna do examples, then I'll try to draw a graph next to my examples.
Masuko, sorry, before you move on, in the PQ equals to MQ plus C, would it be safe to assume that the MQ plus C is a replacement of FC plus VC? Is that what it is?
Yes, I was just trying to do it with the X and Y and then incorporate the economics part. But now it's okay. I'm going to do it with the right letters, if that's
Okay.
fine with everyone. Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to do it with the right letters. Is that fine?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Try to draw functions next to my answers. I hope that will be fine. So we have an example here. It says a bakery pays 30,000 for rent, electricity, and staff salary. So these are the fixed costs. All right. They're not gonna change. So it means that my fixed cost is 30,000, and then they're saying the baker spends 10 rand in packaging for each bread. So here we're talking about a bakery that makes bread. So to produce one bread, we're gonna need 10 rand. And then the fixed cost, we have 30,000. All right. Then the first question says, write down the total cost function for the bakery. So we know from the notes, let me start over. Total costs. Okay. So TC is equals to variable cost plus fixed cost. Even if you say fixed cost plus variable cost is still the same. All right. So if you can check from this question, we are
Ma'am, you're
from the statement.
breaking.
I'm breaking.
Yes.
Is it fine now? All right. My fixed cost, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Or is it fine now? Is my network fine?
Yes.
So is
Ma'am, you're still there.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, we are partying.
Ma'am, we lost you.
Because Alan.
Ma'am, we lost you.
yes, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you now,
Sorry,
but it
guys.
comes and goes.
Yo, Aziz, sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I could hear it ringing. So I was like, it was dialing. All right, so am I fine now? Yo,
Yes,
sorry,
we can
guys.
hear you now.
Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. All right, yes. So as I was saying, so 30,000 is my fixed cost from this statement. And then, so they're saying they spend 10 rand on ingredients and packaging for each bread. So this is production, all right? So they need so they spend 10 rand. So a variable cost, the formula for variable cost, if you can remember, variable cost is equals to, what is the formula from the notes?
Variable
C
cost
multiplied by
unit
Q.
times number
Cost
of units.
multiplied by
C
quantity.
multiplied by? Good. Cost multiplied by quantity. So our cost is how much? It's 10 rand,
10
right?
rand. 10 rand.
Yes.
Then times Q, which is 10Q. Is it fine?
Yes.
So it means I am going to have my TC is going to be my variable cost is 10Q and then plus my fixed cost is 30,000. All right. So remember I said, when you draw a graph, this one, that is this one is where your graph starts. If you can remember when I was doing the first graph, I said, when you plot this graph, you're going to start from here on this value. If you remember, I hope you do remember. So if I was to draw this graph with this information that I have, I am going to have a vertical line and a horizontal line. Some they call it independent, dependent, but yes. So let me just call them vertical and horizontal so that we all fine. So this one is going to be here. This is my TC. And then this one, the Q, is going to be here. So the variables in this case are your TC and Q. So if I was to draw this graph, I said that this value, every time they say plus something, minus something, that's where you start. So this equation, you can also write it this way. It's not wrong. It can also be TC is equals to 30,000 plus 10Q. So a number that doesn't have a letter next to it, that's your constant. That's where your graph starts. So this one is where our graph is going to start. So it means that my graph is going to start here at 30,000. There's no way that you can tell me that the 30,000 is going to be after here. So this is where my graph is going to start. So this is 30,000. I'm sorry for, yeah. So my graph is going to look something like this. That's why I was doing the MX plus C. I was trying to show you that this is what we call the y-intercept. That's where your graph starts. And then this is the gradient. If this number is positive, my graph is going to go up. But if this number is negative, if this number is negative, my graph is going to start and go down. But because this number is positive, my graph is going to go up. It's always a straight line. Is this fine with everyone who was struggling with the MX plus C? This is how we draw the graph for the total cost.
Yes.
It's fine now. All right, apologies for the confusion. Now we move on to the next one. So now we move on to, they're saying calculate the total cost if the bakery produces 500 breads in a month. All right. So here now, So here now we have to calculate what we're looking for, for the total cost. So because of all these questions start from number one, you already obtained the function for number one. Our function for the total cost function is this one that we calculated, which is TC is equals to 10Q plus 30,000, or you can say 30,000 plus 10Q. It's the same thing. So we have our quantity. We have 500 bread. So if you want to calculate the total cost, wherever you see Q, you put 500. So this one is my Q. This is how much bread was produced. So now it's going to be TC is equals to 10. And then now I'm going to open a bracket. And then wherever I see Q, I'm going to put 500. So this will be 500. then plus 30,000. Then you take your calculator, then you punch in the whole thing with the brackets. Please give me an answer.
35,000.
35,000.
35,000. Thank you. So this is 35,000. So it means that for us to produce, when we produce 500 braids, we're gonna the cost will be 35,000. This is the total cost of producing 500 braids. Yes?
Ma'am, is it not 35,000 rand?
Yes, it is.
Sorry?
Yes.
Yes, yes, it is.
It's
Yes,
30,000
yes.
plus the 5,000 you got from the 10 and the 500 in the back. In the
No,
brackets.
but I'm just
Yes.
asking.
Oh.
I must put the
answer-
R. Or you want the R? Okay, let me
I know
put the
how to
R. Okay, yes. Okay, let me put the R then. So it's 35. Oh, sorry. It's 35. Okay, let me put the R. It's 35,000. Is it fine? Rents. All right.
Is it compulsory for you to put the R?
No.
I did.
Okay.
No, remember our assignments, assessment, it's always a multiple choice. So yes, you just choose the right. If it's 35, you choose where there's 35,000. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then they're saying how many braids did they produce if the total cost. So what are they saying? Now we are given the total cost. So this one is my TC. So it means that this question, all of it, I'll be using the function of total cost to calculate whatever they're looking for. All right?
But we have the total cost.
Yes, we are given, so this is C. So they want to know now, if your total cost is 42,000 rands, how many braids will be produced? On this one, we're given braids. So now we want to see how many braids will be produced if we have a total cost of 42,000. Okay, someone can you please mute? I think they're disturbing. Mute your mic. All right. Okay. So again, so I'm gonna use the total function. If you can check, I'm using the same total function. Can you please mute your mic? Okay. Yeah, please mute your mic. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So this is 10Q. So I'm still using the same thing. It's 10Q plus 30,000. And remember, I said that even if you say, even if you say 30,000 plus 10Q, it's still the same thing. At the end of the day, we're gonna get the same answer. So on this one, we are given the TC. So I have the TC. So please bear with me here. I'm going to try and not use too much of my mates. Okay, I'm just gonna try and you'll tell me if it makes sense. Ne? So this is 10Q and then plus 30,000. So we call it transposing. Others, they say they transpose. Others, they take 30,000 to the other side. So it's up to you on how you, so we're gonna transpose. We call it transposing. So I'm just gonna write it here. Just for people who, yes, just to make it easy, you tell me if you don't understand. Ne? So I'm going to, so this, when I transpose, this will be 42,000. And then I minus the 30,000. Minus 30,000. So I normally say I take it to the other side, but yeah, so we transpose. And then this side I'm left with 10Q. And then 42,000 minus this, I'll get, can you please assist?
12,000.
12,000. Thank you, 12,000. And then 10Q. So I don't know which method you're going to understand. It's either you divide by 10 both sides or you transpose again. I don't know which one makes sense.
Let's
Divide.
Oh, yeah, let's divide by 10.
Okay, thank you. So we divide by 10 both sides because we want to remove the 10. So this 10 cancels the other 10. So this will cancel. That's how we remove this. Then when we divide, we're gonna have 1,000.
1,200.
Thank you.
1,200.
Yes. So it's, thank you. 1,200. So our Q will be 1,200. All right.
Yes.
So how that this yeah, so this is how many braids will be produced? 1,200. If your total cost is 42,000. So this example, it was about the total cost. So this is the function of your total cost. This is the graph, and this is the function graphically, and then this one is a function.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
So
They're
in
both
this
functions.
case,
Sorry,
right, if you're
Krishan.
doing the no, it's okay.
Oh,
If
sorry.
you in this question here for number C, so in this case, the constant, which is the 10 rand for the ingredients, right, is are you always going to use that amount to be able to divide it by? So whatever amount that might be, it can be
Yes.
50 or 100 or whatever, in order to get your
Yes.
final answer.
Yes,
Okay.
always.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
On the graph right at the top, because I think that's what I actually am struggling with in terms of plotting. I'm looking at my example on the book,
Okay.
where it's TC. So I don't know if do you have the study guide with you? Because then I
Okay,
can
okay, you said you're struggling with? Sorry.
okay. So
I think I have
what you call total cost, it's page 7.
study guide, ne?
Yeah, study guide.
That is page 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Still on the total.
On the total cost, yes.
Okay. Just just a few minutes left before my class ends. Okay.
Okay, so now, because my issue was why did they start on 20? And now I understand why they started on 20.
Oh,
Because
now
like you
it makes
explained.
sense.
Yes, but now I don't
Yes.
understand how they got 5 and 14. And because I assume maybe the on the example which you were busy with, B is where we would get you know how they got to that. But I'm struggling with
Yes,
that.
yes. So thank you for that question. Okay, I think it's gonna make sense now. Wondering why
20
my
divided
calculator.
by
Okay.
4 is 5.
Yeah.
20
Yes.
divided by 4 is 5.
Okay.
But the 40, I'm a little bit confused here, but I see 20 divided by 4
Okay.
on that page 7
It's
is
12.
5, yes.
That's 5. Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay. So, okay, yeah. So let's say, so remember here, so it means that here in this case, if I was to plot the 5 and 40, in this case, I will have my 5 will be 500 braids, ne? And then my 4, is it 40? It's gonna be 35,000. I hope that makes sense. So when I
No,
have
ma'am.
my function,
Sorry. The question is, how did we get the 5 and the 40?
yes, were you not given the 4, the 5 to get the 40? You are given one
No,
to
we
get
were
the other
No,
one.
we are
we
given
given the
4 and
20.
20.
Oh,
So the
so
TC is 20
someone said they
plus.
divided. Someone said they divided. Yes, please
There's no
assist.
Ma'am,
division. We don't know.
ma'am, can maybe I try to assist?
Yes, please. I heard you said something. Yes, please assist.
Okay,
Divide by
when they say 5 and 40, how we get the 5 and 40, looking at the graph, the value, the 5 is the value of Q. So you're taking 5 times 4 and adding it with 20 is giving you 40. So that your x-axis values is your Q. So when Q is 1, it will be 1 times 4, which will be 24.
Mm.
And then
Input, output.
when Q equals to 2, then it will be 4 times 2 which is 8, it will be 28 until you reach to 5. That's how
Okay.
they get
So then-
40 and 5. Those are the intercept, the last intercept, which 5 represent the Q and 40 represent your TC.
Yes.
Understood,
can I
but
add on
okay, so
that,
then how do we
please?
draw the graph?
Can I
How
add
do we
on
draw
that?
the graph?
Drawing the graph.
Wait.
Drawing the graph where let's just start looking for the first value where Q is 1.
Okay.
The value that you get from Q is gonna be your intersect point with your TC, which is your y-axis.
Okay.
That solid
Okay,
line okay.
Okay, can I come in? If you remember, we said that this value changes, right?
Yes.
If it's 1, my total cost is gonna be something else. If it's 2, my total cost is gonna be something else. So what happens? Your Q, when Q changes, it affects your total cost. Okay. So on your graph, you have values, right? So on the notes, you're given values. It was 1 up to 5. So what they kept on doing, they kept on inputting. So they put 1. And then the answer that I got, it means that they had 2 values. So it means that every time I move, let's say here, this was 500. If I was to plot this point on the graph, it means that now I was going to start moving for 500 and then I go up. When I reach here, probably this side, it was going to be 35,000. So for you to plot a point on the graph, you need 2 values. You need your Q and the TC. So we call them coordinates. You cannot plot the graph if you don't have 2 values.
Mute.
Can you please mute? Jesus.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
So does this mean
Oh yeah, sorry, you can unmute yourself. Sorry.
I'm asking,
Yes.
so does this mean we can use any number on the graph as long as we get 2 points on it?
Yes, unless if you
Thank
are given a point, yes. Every value that you put is going to give you an answer. At the end of the day, our graph is going to be a positive graph. It's going to have a straight line going up. We're going to have the same graph. The only thing is that you must know the difference between all the 3 graphs, where they start. The most important part is knowing where your graph starts. If my graph starts, if I have my fixed cost is 30, your graph must start at 30. If your fixed cost is, I'm sorry, if your fixed cost, maybe it's 5, your graph must start at 5. So the most important part with the total cost graph is that it has to start at your fixed costs. So any other point you can get it by just inputting a Q. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I was asking. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
You can go ahead,
Yes.
Manir.
I can continue.
Is it fast?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I
Thank
was
you.
asking if it's possible that we are given the TR, we are given the fixed cost, and we are given also the quantity, but we must calculate the price, which is M in the first equation. So
Yes,
would it be that we are given 2 coordinates, the X and the Y of 2 points, where we can use Y, M equals to Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1? Can that be the question?
Oh, you mean to calculate to calculate the slope. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yes, we are
Yes,
giving,
yes.
I think the slope in
I
this case
get
will
you.
be the gradient, the M, I guess.
Yes, but you must be giving 2 points on the graph.
2 points,
I
yes.
get you
Thank
there.
you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So can you move on to the next question? Hopefully I'll be able to, but yeah. Okay. So the next question, they're saying that a small coffee shop sells cups of coffee. We have a fixed monthly cost, which is your rent, salary, utility, is 19,200. And then to produce 1 cup of coffee is 8 rand. And then the selling price per cup is 20 rand. All right. So remember the selling price, what do we call it? We call it price per unit from our notes. And then, so it means I'm given this, which is my FC. So you always have to know what you're given from the statement so that it makes things easy for you. And then this one.
Sorry, ma'am. On the activity in the book, are you doing number 2 or number 1? Well, I'm a little bit lost.
I'm doing number 2.
Okay, but the prices look different. Okay,
Yeah. Remember, I'm using my own examples so that it's easy for you to do the activity.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this is VC, variable cost. We know that production is a variable cost, so this will be 8Q. There's always a Q there. And then we have a price per cup. So price per cup from our notes, I think we call it P, ne? So our P is 20.
Yes.
All right. So they're saying write down the total cost and the total revenue function. All right. So total cost, we all know how to do it. We said that total cost is equals to your variable cost plus your fixed cost, or you can say fixed plus variable. It doesn't really matter. So it's those two. So it's going to be 8Q plus 19,200. So already when I write my function, I know that my graph is going to start at 19,200 and it's going to go up. I already know how my function is going to look like if I was to ask to draw a graph. All right. And then now we go to our total revenue. So total revenue. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So total revenue from the notes. Total revenue is equals to price per unit times the units sold. Again. So it's P times Q. Yes. P times Q. What is our P? It's 20.
20.
Then, yes, so it means that our TR is going to be 20Q. So if you can remember very well, when I spoke about the total revenue, I said that when you draw the graph, because there's no plus anything here, my graph is going to start at 0. That's what I said. My graph is going to start at 0. Okay,
Sorry,
yes.
ma'am. The 20 is not the selling price.
It is the selling price. So total revenue is equals to price per unit.
Yes.
That's your selling price. Price per unit is your selling price. Production, it's this one.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Remember, I'm just using my own example. So I said that if I was to draw the graph
Can I
for this
ask
one.
something?
Uh-huh.
Will we
Sorry,
be
ma'am.
asked to
Can I
draw the
ask you
graphs on the
something?
assignment?
Okay, wait, one at a time, yes.
Will
Hi,
we
ma'am.
be asked
I
to
just
draw the
wanted to
graphs on
find
the assignment?
I just wanted to find out if this is being recorded.
Yes, it's been recorded. As far
Yeah,
as I know,
because of
yes.
some of us, you're running fast, so we would love to go back and refer.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's
Thank
been
you very
recorded.
much, teacher.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay. Another question.
Will we be asked to draw the graphs on the assignments and the exams?
No, remember it's a multiple choice. You just choose.
okay.
I'm not.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Okay.
Sorry, ma'am,
Yes.
can I ask?
Yes.
When we write our quizzes, will we be invigilated using the invigilator app? Because I've been trying to access it, it's giving me problems. So will we be invigilated when we write our quizzes?
A quiz.
Yes.
No. Miss Nkomo, can you please assist? Or you can type your question in the chat. I think she'll be able to answer. Yes.
Okay, I'm here. We use mostly Proctoring tool here. We don't use the Invigilator app.
I can't hear you. Use what?
We use mostly Proctoring tool. It's a tool that it is there on Motley. You don't have to download anything. Okay, you need to write using the device that has a camera, ne? For so that Motley Proctoring will work. But the only the only assignment that is proctored, it's assignment 5 and the exam. For other assignments, you can write using any device, but for assignment 5 and the exam, make sure you use a device with the camera. It's either your phone or your laptop, just, yeah, any. So no need to download anything, just make sure the device has a camera.
The Moodle proctoring app, does it need to be activated?
No,
Hi,
you
ma'am.
don't activate anything, you don't download anything, just the rights using a device with a camera.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am?
All right, oh,
Can you continue with the lesson and then the questions
yes,
will
will
follow
come
after the
after.
class?
Thank you. All right. Yes. So as I was saying, the total revenue is just TR is equals to 220Q. So there's no plus anything. It means that my graph is not going to start anyway, but at 0. So my graph is going to look like this. So this is how the total revenue graph looks like. This is what I was trying to explain earlier. Total cost, you start at this value, it's constant, and then total revenue is going to start at 0 because there's no plus anything. Is that okay? This question, they were not asking you to draw the graphs. I was just using the graphs to explain what I was saying before because some of you did not understand. So the question, they wanted the functions, they wanted the equation. The equation for total cost, it's this one. And then the equation for total revenue is this one. That's it. And then now we move on to B. B, it says, what is the total cost if 50 cups of coffees are produced per week? So it means that now we are given. So I said to you that you must check, you are given 50 cups. So it means that you have the Q. What are you looking for? We are looking for the total costs. We don't have the total cost. So it means that I have to use the equation or this formula or this function of total cost that I calculated from my A. So it means that I am going to say the total cost is equals to 8Q plus 19,200. Then my Q is 50. So wherever I see Q, I put 50. Can you please mute your mic? Mute your mic. All right. So it means that wherever I see Q, I'm going to put 50. So I just put 50 here. And then you just use your calculator. Can you please assist with the calculator? With the calculations.
19,600.
19,000. Okay, let me put rents. 19,600. So that's how
You're not
much.
sharing the screen, the big screen anymore. You're sharing the Teams.
Well, it means it got stuck, but yeah, just wait for it. Is it fine now?
I can see it.
Yes, we can see the whole screen.
All right. And then we go to C. C, it says how many cups are produced when the total revenue is 6,400. So what does it mean? It means that now we are going to use the total revenue function. We are not going to use the total cost function. We are looking for Q, quantity, on the total revenue function. So my total revenue function is TR, the one that I calculated was TR is equals to 20 Q. So total revenue, so it means this is my TR. My TR is 6,400. Then this is equals to 20. So now I'm going to look for my Q. Okay, what's this? I'm going to look for my Q. It's for consistency, sorry. All right. So now you said I must divide. I hope we're all clear. You said I must divide both sides to remove this 20 because I'm looking for Q. Divide, divide. And then these are going to cancel. And then now what will be my Q?
320.
320.
20.
All right, thank you. So these are how many cups will be produced if my total revenue is 6,400. Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay. And then now we move on to D. It says, write down the profit function for this type of coffee and find find the profit if 100 cups are produced. So it means that now we are looking for what? We are looking for the profit function. All right. Then what is the profit function? P is equals to
Total revenue minus
Total
total
revenue
cost.
minus total cost.
okay, total revenue minus total cost.
Total cost.
Okay, so here remember we have two questions. So we first find the function and then use the function to find the profit, to calculate the profit. Okay, so the total revenue, we got the TR. Our TR was, what is it? 8Q.
20Q.
Oh, TR. So I'm looking at, sorry, thank you. I'm looking at TC. Okay, it's 20Q. And then minus our total cost, 8Q plus 19,200. Okay. All right. And then if you can remember, I said that the negative here is going to affect, the negative is going to affect everything inside the bracket. So this will change and become minus 8Q. We distribute the negative. And then this plus will also change. It will be affected by this negative, right? And then this will be 19,200. All right. And then I can minus these two terms because they both have Q. It's like apples and bananas. So 20 bananas minus 8 bananas. How much am I going to have? They both have Q.
12.
Thank you.
12.
So it's 12 bananas. So these ones are not bananas. So just going to stay like this. So this is my profit. Again, I said to you when you draw, this is your function. If I have a plus or minus thing, it means that my graph must touch at negative 19,200. So as I was saying before, I was trying to explain this, but I'm going to use this. I'm going to use these values. So if I'm just explaining the graph, ne? All right, so this is 0. Okay. So whatever is the side, it stays here. And then this one is the side. So because this is a negative 19, my graph is going to touch the negative side. So in your Cartesian plane, this part from here going up is positive values. From here going down is negative values. So this is going to start here at negative 19. I'm trying just to incorporate everything. So my graph will look something like this. And then the dots there, it's just like if here it was maybe 100, then you get your answer. It's going to give you something this side. It's like, yeah, but yeah. So this is how the graph of profit looks like. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. All right. And then now I have my function. So the second question said I must find the profit if 100 cups. So the 100 cups, these is your Q. So it means that now I'm going to use this function. So this question has two questions. So my P is going to be equals to 12Q minus 19,200. So wherever I see Q, I'm going to put 100. So this will be 12. Then I'm going to use brackets. Then I put 100. And then now I just calculate everything. Can you please assist with the calculations?
Negative 18,000.
Negative 18,000.
Negative 18,000.
Negative 18,000. So is it a loss or we make profit?
The loss.
Loss.
It's
The
a
loss.
loss.
It's
Thank
a
you.
loss.
So if I was to
The
draw
profit.
a graph, yes, if I was to draw a graph, I was going to use these values. If I input 100, then my output, I will get a profit of minus. My profit will be minus 18,000. So what does it mean for my graph? It means that if this was 100, then this one, isn't it? This is the point. This one will be negative 80,000. This is Q. This is P. Profit, not price. Is it fine?
Just repeat that part again, ma'am. The graph part, sorry.
Sorry?
Can you just repeat the coordinates that you explained about the graph or on the graph?
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
please.
So I
Only
was
that part.
saying, okay, so I was saying now it means that if we produce 100 cups of coffee, then it means that we're going to have a negative 18,000, which is a loss. So if I was to plot this point on my graph to show it on, remember the graph is a straight line. It means
Yes.
that if on my graph, this is a 100, then my answer will be negative 18. If this is negative 18, then I will produce 100 cups of coffee.
Okay.
Yes. So this part of the graph, it's a loss. So we don't make profit.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, yes.
I was asking about this question, number D. So when we deal with the profit, we have to first find the function, right? So that we can display the graph, and then after displaying the graph, we can use the 100 value to get the profit, right? Since the
Okay,
Q
you
is
don't.
the X and the P is Y in the
Yes. So,
symmetrical form, right?
yes. So for you to answer this, you don't have to draw the graph. The only thing we want is these calculations to get to the answer. Remember, I was just trying to explain the graphs that you see on your notes. Yes.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Yes. So on your notes, you'll see there's TR greater than less than. So here, this point here, where your P is equals to 0, this is what you call a break-even point. This is what we call a break-even point. If you checked your notes before, you'll see also when you go through your notes, there's this break-even point. Is it fine? All right, so this is the end of our lesson. So yeah, I don't know if you have any questions. I'm going to stop the recording. It's long.
Ma'am, I just wanted to say thank you for the class. I didn't understand anything while I was studying by myself. Now I understand.
Now I'm happy
Thank you
that
very
you
much.
understand.
Thank you
Yeah, I
very
What is
hope.
much.
this 20Q? Where did they get the 40 from? I'm so confused. Yo.
Now I'm happy you all understand, and yeah,
Thank you
so
so much,
much.
ma'am. I
Thank
appreciate it.
yes, and
Keep
thank you
up
for
the
your
good work.
Thank you very
patience.
much.
Thank
Look forward to
you.
the next lesson,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And good
See you
night.
Friday.
Masoko, are we going to be having
Hi, ma'am.
tutors for this
Before
module?
you go, I've got a question. Matilda, I have a question.
Okay. Okay, can I stop the recording? How do I? And Olozi, can you please assist? I'm trying to stop. Where do I stop this? And Olozi.
Click on the three dots. There we
Where are
go.
the three dots? These
Three
ones.
dots next to the reaction
Oh.
button.
They must be.
Oh, yes.
There.
Thank you.
Stop recording and the transcript as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, before you go,